Hey everyone, it's Altany, and today I'm sharing with you how I made a quick card using Lawn Fawn's Sweet Smile stamps and the Brushless watercolor technique. I start out by stamping a piece of Bristol smooth cardstock in antique linen distress ink using my mini Misty so that I can stamp it a couple of times to get a really good impression. Today I am using the Tim Holtz Distress crayons to do my watercoloring. I just scribbled them on to a plastic stamping block that I had and a water brush to fill in. I was really impressed with the way that these watercolored. Normally I just use my distress inks or my distress markers for this technique, but I saw a video on the Simon Says Stamp YouTube channel where the girl who was doing a card technique, and she used these to watercolor, and I was so fascinated. I have all of the distress crayons. I'm a little obsessed, and I had actually never used them to watercolor, so I wanted to try using them in that today. And I thought this little gumball machine from Lawn Fawn would just be absolutely perfect. I like this technique because it makes whatever you're coloring in almost look like it's hand drawn, and I think it just makes for such a cute little card. So I wanted to try and do that on a card today. I've done this a few times with some of my Santoro Gorgeous stamps, and I've loved the way that they have turned out. They just turn out so cute, so I could not wait to try it with some of my Lawn Fawn stamps. Lawn Fawn is actually a new obsession for me, and I have many. So, like I said, could not wait to use this. When I am doing any kind of watercoloring, I hold my item down, or my paper down rather, with some blue painter's tape, and I'm just using a piece of canvas board that I have. I have several of these, and I use them for multiple purposes other than actually painting on, and I just found it has been a really great surface for me to tape things to. So now I'm taking a piece of Bristol smooth cardstock and a piece of some Lawn Fawn paper, both of which I cut out with a stitched rectangle die. Now I'm using some Sponge Sugar Distress ink and a little bit of water from my water sprayer and just a paintbrush to do a light wash of color across this for a nice little watercolored background. I didn't have any paper that I liked to go with the polka dots, which is why I chose this method. Most of my papers are very bright and vivid colors, and it just didn't quite flow right with the look of the little gumball machine. So I just used my Ranger Heat tool to set it, and then I used some foam tape to pop up the little piece of patterned paper on this. I really love dimension on cards, and I wanted to give this some really great dimension. So I popped it up using some foam tape, and then I also popped up the little gumball machine that I cut out using the coordinating die set. Now I'm taking some Distress embossing ink, and I am embossing the You're So Sweet sentiment in black embossing powder. I just thought this was a cute little sentiment, and I really loved the way it went with this card. Then I used the Lawn Fawn scalloped rectangles. I really wanted to give an extra little pop of color to this card, so I cut that out, used more foam tape to adhere it to the scalloped rectangle, and that made it just a little bit larger. I then used a pre-folded card from Michaels. I'm trying to use at my stash to use for this card. It was actually a little too long, and I was going to have some white edges around the card, and I really didn't want that. I really wanted you to only see the card and the cute little scallops and everything. So I just cut it down a little bit with my paper trimmer, and here I am using my ATG gun just to apply some adhesive. I originally had tried lining it up with the front, and I couldn't make it work, so I just flipped the card over, adhere it to the back. If you like this video, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you!